Hi, today I will try to solve at least one or two Leetcode problems and we'll see how it goes. We'll try solving the hard problems and some random hard problem and let's see if we can do that. And ideally two problems, not one. So I think you can see my screen. Let's just play some song and I will go to Leetcode and start one random problem. I'll stop the music in between if I'm not able to focus correctly. And yeah, let's do it.
I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat,
Only hard
cause you're
problem.
gonna sing the words wrong. Oh, lady, running down to the riptide,
Medium
taking
one.
away to the dark side. I wanna
Yeah,
be
we can
your
do medium
left
one hard.
hand.
So we can do this
I
medium.
love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat, cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Oh, lady, running down to the riptide, taking away to the dark side. I wanna be your left
Good
hand
for
man.
taking the flow.
I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat, cause you're gonna sing the
So
words wrong. And I got a lump in
yeah,
my throat, cause you're
in
gonna sing the
professional they told
words
me that
wrong.
this is supposed to be 90-degree and this is supposed to be 90-degree, the leg angle. And the legs should reach the ground. They're just reaching. Now it's good. And
I want you to
yeah,
stay
now my hands are also
till
fine.
I'm in the grave,
Okay,
till I ride away, dead and buried.
let's start.
Till I'm in the casket you carry. If you go, I'm going
Are you
too.
visual? Yeah, I'm
'Cause it
visual.
was always you. And if I'm turning blue, please don't save me. Nothing left to lose without
The
my
website domain discuss.leetcode.com and the waves of domain with the
baby.
discuss.leetcode the
We
website domain.
stick
Okay,
together
waves of
and
domain.
I
At
said
the
I
top
never
level,
think I
we have
wasn't
com.
better
At the next
and
level, we
I
have
can change the
leetcode.com.
weather. My
At the lowest level, we have
nothing's
discuss.leetcode.com.
forever
When you
and it's
visit domain like
never be
discuss.leetcode.com, you will also visit the parent
I
domain
don't know what I'm crying for.
leetcode.com and com. It's
I think I
basically
could
account
love
where
you
domain is the
more.
domain that
I
has
know
one of the two
you
formats.
would stay.
WAP d1.d2.d3 or
I'm
WAP
talking
d1.d2
till the
or
day
where WAP
that I
is number of visits to the domain and
die. Till the day that I die. Till the light leaves my eyes. Till the day that I die.
so whenever we find a string what we are supposed to do is we find the position of dot, we split, we make count, and we first remove this part, we note this part, we also note this part, and we note this part. It's pretty simple problem. I don't think we are gonna solve it. We go for the hard problem. Let's see this one. You are given an integer array nums of size and containing only 1 and -1 and an integer k. at most. Yeah, this is interesting. So we have this array 1 minus 1 1 minus 1 1 and k equal to 3 means we can do 3 operation. You can do it 3 operation and either you will try to make all of it as 1 or all of it as minus 1 because you can only multiply with minus 1. And now let's say start from here, then here it became 1, it became 1, it became 1. This one is possible, but this one is not. Why? K also matters, right? K would have been 1. It wouldn't be possible. K at least 2 more than 2 only made it possible. Now in this one, this will become 1. This will become 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1. I think one very important thing is minus 1 needs to be even. Really? Yes, like even if I do k equal to 10 here, right? Can I make it same, all the same? Multiply it, it will become minus 1 minus 1. Oh, multiply by it. Okay, these will become 1 minus 1. So think of it as like two numbers will change their sign at once. If I add just 1 minus 1 here, then it suddenly becomes possible. How? 1 1 minus 1, तो माइनस वन वन करेगा तो ये भी वन हो जाएगा, ये माइनस वन हो जाएगा. and suddenly it becomes possible. It doesn't matter which number of minus 1 has to be even. We are doing what we are doing is we are just putting up hypothesis. So hypothesis first is number of minus 1 has to be even, and our second hypothesis is it's not alternate hypothesis or anything. These are all just hypotheses. Okay. Our second hypothesis is the answer is the difference between index of minus ones, or something lower depending on how we start doing change. Yeah, answer would only depend on the minus one side, right? No, this is more harder problem to solve. Why? This hypothesis is wrong because if all are minus one and we have only two numbers which are one and one, this hypothesis is also wrong. Every time we multiply, we are changing two signs at once. And if you're changing two signs, then you have to change a multiple of three signs. So it's a prime factorization kind of thing. This is wrong because this can be possible, and this is wrong because again, this can be possible. So both these hypotheses are wrong, and maybe k is less. Two numbers will change their sign at once, so we have to change sign, which is multiple of three times. And if you have to change a multiple of three times, it has to be done. We change sign three times. One, one minus one. So this problem becomes this. There is a new hypothesis. If we are changing 1 to -1, 1 has to be even number of times, and vice versa. If -1 to 1, then -1 has to be even number of times. We look at the problem, we see -1 is even number of time and 1 is odd number of time. So there can be situations, right? So in this situation, it is not possible to convert 1 to -1. अगर 1 को -1 कन्वर्ट करने गया तो ये -1 और 1 हो जाएगा. फिर ये 1 1 डाल दिया तो इन दोनों को भी -1 रहने दिया तो इनको -1 कर देगा. 1 एक -1 रह गया. अब एक -1 का क्या करोगे? कुछ नहीं कर सकते. नहीं, ये -1 हुआ, ये 1 हुआ, ये दोनों 1 है, तो इन दोनों 1 को -1 कर दिया. ओके, ये 1 हुआ, ये -1 हुआ, तो ये 1 रह गया. ये एक बकचोदी कर रहा है हमेशा, राइट? So that's why if we are changing 1 to -1, 1 has to be even number of times, and vice versa. If we are changing -1 to 1, then -1 has to be even number of times. Here both are odd number of times, so it's not possible. Okay, so this is the new hypothesis, and it turns out that it is working in these examples. So 1, 2, 3, 4. My hypothesis is you can convert anything into anything here. So let's see if we can convert. Now let's try to convert everything into -1. This is converted to -1, 1 -1. No, we multiply this. So these both are converted to -1. Okay, we are done. Now let's try to convert everything into 1. 1 is 4 times. Okay, so it is possible. So this is converted 1 -1. -1 and 1. Again 1 -1. Again 1. So this is now converted. Okay, so you have your answer. What you do is you first decide what you need to convert, and whatever is less number of time, it makes sense to convert that. So here, if I was converting 1 to -1, I will take 2 operation, and here if I want to convert everything into -1, it will take -1, -1, 2 operation. If I want to convert everything into +1, it will take 1 operation, it will take 2 operation, it will take 3 operation. So even though the number of 1 are more. It, it is taking less time to less operation to convert it into minus 1. And even the number of minus 1 is less, it is taking more time. Okay, so maybe you will need to calculate things and then. So it's best idea you if we can just try to convert and see whichever is possible and whichever is not, or something like that. Also, we even don't need these hypotheses because we can just try to convert things. And I don't think you need some optimization, or because I think just an order and approach is simple and should be doable. If it is one, just continue. If it is not one, we have to see how to copy in vector. This will become one, and V2 is your, has coded the whole thing, but the only issue is I have not validated whether this is the optimum approach or not, which is very foolish of me right now. At least it is working. Now let's think. It is 1. Okay. It is minus 1. Convert into 1, minus 1. These are both minus 1, minus 1. So they will convert into 1, 0, continue. I equal to 1. Both are negative. So this became positive and this became negative. This became also. It's positive, okay. It's negative. So change the next one. This is negative. Count and change the next one. Okay, we have written continue here. It's so foolish of us. This is much better. We are supposed to return what we are doing. Now let's think whether this approach is good. Yes, I think this should be the only approach. Time limit exceeded because we were writing things down. Now we are not. It should, yeah. So here we just completed one lead code problem, which was medium, and it's already 2 in the morning. Maybe we no, we should sleep. Good night.